How are we, peeps? You know the drill here, live or replay. Let me know you're here. Give me some energy, give me some vibe. No lurkers in the room. Yeah. So, big announcement coming, and there'll be a freebie. There'll be a freebie offer. Yeah. 100% free. And also, I'm opening the doors to ladies, to women, which I haven't done before in my coaching journey. And just to clarify that as well, just very quickly, not that I have to justify, but just to explain. The reason why I've done men only is because, well, I'm a man, and it's the most skills that I have is in and around being a bloke, being a man, and you know, I guess now that I'm saying it, maybe I played safe, maybe I kept it comfortable because maybe I felt vulnerable with my drinking. So let me rewind a little bit and tell you how we've got to this point. So over 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I was in a bad place. Those of you that don't know my story, I was in a bad place. I was in a job that I really didn't enjoy. I was not with like-minded people around me. Very unfulfilled, very unsatisfied. Knew that there was more to life. Felt a bit lost, broken, pissed off, frustrated. And the result was I was drinking, but drinking lots. Yeah. I would never wake up in the morning and drink, but I would always drink after 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock was the cut-off point. That was the point where work finished. I'd have a bottle of red wine open at 5:01. Yeah, and literally chug it down a little bit. Hindsight's a great thing, right? So why did I do that? So the reason why I did it with hindsight is because of deep unhappiness, deep unfulfillment, deep dissatisfaction in life. And the booze became a numbing agent, a coping mechanism, something that helped me to cope with a life that I wasn't happy about. Of course, as I say, with hindsight, fix the issue first and then you don't need booze. That's my opinion. Yeah. So how do we get to this point? So I gave up booze 3.5 years ago, over 3.5 years ago. That was a big catalyst to change a huge amount of things in my life. I left a job I didn't enjoy. I actually left an industry. I left corporate world. I used to work in retail as a senior manager. There were parts of the job and the industry that I enjoyed, but there was lots of parts that I really didn't enjoy. So, it's all on me. We need to own our own destiny and our own future. There's no point blaming other people or looking outside, external, for solutions. So I went on this tear to fix everything internally, and change everything. So I gave up booze, cold turkey. Turns out I did get help from like-minded people and a like-minded coach who taught me a lot of tips, techniques, methods, helped me on the journey. What then happened? I then coached lots of guys. But the difference now with this announcement is the guys that I've been coaching are for a plethora of reasons. There's a big word there. For a plethora of reasons. Yeah. Essentially, what I've coached guys to do is to step up and be the best version of themselves, mentally, physically, and emotionally. But what I'm now realizing 3.5 years down the line is that the big common denominator in the guys that are coming to me and the guys that I'm coaching, booze is an issue. Yeah. So makes sense now. And this is the announcement that I blow the doors off. And I say, you know what? Helping people to overcome booze, to moderate booze, or to quit booze, and either is an option as well, by the way, at this point in the offer that I'm giving. What this offer is for sober curious people that are on the fence, people that perhaps want to give it a go to stop drinking for a period of time. But you know what? They're afraid. There's so many fears involved with stopping or quitting alcohol or even moderating. I'll tell you a few of the fears. Let me know if this resonates, by the way, either direct message or on here. You're welcome to open up. And this is part of the challenge as well, is that men certainly don't open up about their issues and about drinking issues and about substance issues and about being unhappy in life. That's another video. So so my big thing is helping. My X factor is helping people to overcome booze, and to disempower booze is the big thing, and to empower themselves. That's the biggest difference in how I run my programs. Yeah, I don't get you to stand up in a crowded room of strangers and say, I'm an alcoholic. I don't get you to follow 12 steps. I don't get you to talk about God or be religious, even though I completely respect other people's opinions. The key elements to and I won't spoil this, but the key elements to my program and my approach to booze is more about the future, is more about building such a life that you're so happy with and you're so excited about and passionate about that you almost forget that booze exists. You almost forget the need to drink. You don't need it anymore, you know? And that approach has worked for so many years for me and for my clients. As I say, I won't go into more detail than that because that would all come in this free offer that I'm giving. So, as I say, the offer is blowing the doors off, opening the doors to ladies, and it's a free Facebook group. We've all heard of Sober October, and I'm only calling it that because it's something people are familiar with, you know, for now. I've called it Beat the Booze because that's part of crushing booze, disempowering booze, and empowering ourselves. And that's my whole approach, is that we don't empower booze, we don't glorify it, we don't talk about booze all of the time. We don't, you know, I'm not going to bombard you with knowledge and information about booze because let's face it, it's all out there, isn't it? We all know it, and it's all out there in Google. You know, you could spend days and days and days of Googling about the whys and wherefores about booze and what it does and how it does and why we drink, you know. But essentially my program's more about the here and now, and from this moment forward, what do we do about it? We build an amazing life, you know. We don't need booze. I don't need it. What do I need it for? What are the benefits? For me, I can't think of genuinely any specific benefits. We bullshit ourselves. We tell ourselves, yeah, it helps me get a bit more confident, it helps me relax, it helps me chill out, it helps me socialize. Why can't you do all that stuff without booze? You know, you can, is the answer. I do. Yeah. And actually, I'm a more thorough person and a more fulfilled person and a more interesting person socially when I'm not drinking, because I was the guy who would be slurring his words an hour into an evening, you know, and then, you know, a couple of hours into the evening talking shit like we all do, you know, not only just saying the stuff that we shouldn't really be saying, but just talking shit, talking gibberish, you know. But anyway, as I say, that's a whole new video. Anyway, so there's a link in here to join the group. You will be asked a couple of questions just to give me an idea of how we can help you. So if you're interested, as I say, if you're on the fence, if you're sober curious, doesn't mean, you know, you're going to say, I'm never going to drink again by joining this group. That's not what this is about. It's about dipping your toe and saying, you know what, let me try day by day. We do one day at a time. Even now, I don't overwhelm myself with saying I'll never drink again. How can I possibly say that? And it's an overwhelming statement as well. All I say to myself, I'm not going to drink today. I don't feel like drinking today. There's no benefit for me to drink today. And do you know what? My life today is that amazing. I don't need alcohol. That's my frame. That's how I frame it, you know. And it's worked for nearly 1,400 days so far. So, you know, and as I say, I've got lots of testimonials, lots of guys totally smashing it. So if you're interested, click the link, jump in, have a look. You know, if it's not for you, that's fine. It's all good. The group is free. What have you got to lose? Yeah. And I'm really excited. You know, it's something very different. It's me putting myself out of my comfort zone. I'm really excited and interested to see the dynamics, having men and women in the group. You know, I mean, let's face it, men are pretty predictable, right? They're pretty black and white, you know, more or less they say it as it is. But men don't open up as much as women do, is what I would say. I need to be careful with these statements, don't I? So I'm embracing that, and I'm looking forward to that, where we all open up even more than we normally would do, you know. And it's going to be an amazing group. It'll be just another thing that I do brilliantly. I'm going to tell you, I don't piss around. I don't do things by halves. I've been preparing this for a long time, this move. And the biggest thing for me, I needed to be sure that I was ready and I could give my all to this project, and I will be. So, as I say, click the link, have a look. What I will be doing as well, just to let you know, a lot of my content now will be about booze. So, you know, unfortunately for some people, it might alienate you. You might be bored of it, or it's not relevant for you. That's okay. That's cool. I will still be doing the same type of content because business as usual as well. You know, the Brotherhood is still flying, it's still doing good. But the difference is it's now stable and it's now in a good place whereby I'm going to say that I can try something else and, you know, ultimately impact more people out there, impact more lives. You know, there's so much work to do out there to overcome this poison that is booze. There you go. I've said it. Gonna leave it there, guys. Super excited. Got a few messages in here. Gary, how you doing, man? Are you jumping in, bruv? You're gonna go sober October? Jump in, mate. Gonna leave it there, guys. Click the link, have a look, come and see. And that's it. I bid you have a great day. Cheers, guys.